Welcome to the Investors Trading Academy Economic Calendar of the Week. Each week, our news analysts review the upcoming economic events that you should be monitoring. Although earnings season had some good news last week, most of the reports were lackluster, with Wal-Mart warnings shaking up the markets. This week is not expected to be much better. Most of the major US banks reported their quarterly numbers, and falling income for the trading desks was a common theme. This week, we'll see industrial and commodity-focused companies report their numbers. There are around 30 companies to report earnings on Monday. Among those to report are Morgan Stanley and IBM. On Tuesday, almost 60 companies are to issue earnings, including Lockheed Martin, Verizon and Yahoo. Poor inflation data from Western countries will delay interest rises in the US and the UK, and Canada and the ECB could be on their way to additional loosening of its monetary policies. This week's big economic event will be the ECB meeting on Thursday, with growing speculation that the ECB will expand or extend its stimulus measures. That correlation could re-emerge where risk assets will perform quite strongly and fixed income can perform strongly as well. The central bank, which started its €1.1 trillion asset purchase plan in March, has an inflation goal of just below 2%. Analysts say that the ECB is widely expected to announce an extension of its stimulus plan beyond the intended completion date of September 2016. There is plenty to watch in China and the United States over the coming week. The week kicks off on Monday in China when a raft of indicators is released. Most interest will be in the economic growth figures for the September quarter. Growth is tipped to have eased from the 7% annualized rate recorded in the June quarter. However, on the same day, data on investment, production and retail sales are expected for the September month. While production growth has softened to a 6% annualized rate, retail spending is growing at a 10.4% annualized rate in inflation-adjusted terms. It takes a while for this to sink in. The second largest economy on the planet is recording a 10% annual growth in real consumer spending. On Friday, the so-called flash or preliminary readings on manufacturing activity are expected in the US, Europe, China and Japan. While the value of producing an extra indicator can be questioned, the final reading is released around a week later. Some analysts continue to follow the data.